Another Trump case update. A couple of days ago, you noticed Trump's little cronies in their uniforms with the red ties came in. Mr. Mike Johnson, Vivek Swamy, J.D. Vance, Tuberville, Rick Scott, William Paxton, Andy Ogles. We had Lauren Boebert. We had, it was a clusterfuck of the MAGA sheep. Well, Andy Ogles just introduced a bill to Let Trump Speak Act, introduced in Congress, that will basically lift the gag order and give Donald J. Trump the legal opportunity to sue Judge Merchan and the New York courts. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm hearing so much about how all MAGA wants Joe Biden to jump on this congressional subpoena to release the actual audio tapes of the investigation between him and Dr. Hurt, the guy who said he was old and he was a nice old man, therefore can't bring charges against him, but also said that he didn't do anything wrong, worthy of charges anyway. Reminds me of the Bill Barr Mueller report thing. But the problem is they're demanding all this be done so the evidence can be out in front of the American voters before the election, yet Donald Trump's 100+ charges and indictments and everything else isn't important enough to look at because that whole America First thing, you know, the Patriots, the fake Triots that they have turned out to be, seeing that evidence doesn't count. It does because they just know it's false. Just like they just know that Joe Biden should be impeached and all this other stuff. And we're looking at these people that canceled a congressional hearing that was scheduled for 11 a.m. so they can go down to New York City drinking, make these bullshit speeches outside the courtroom. I mean, even Kash Patel was there. Kash Patel, all the Republicans talking about fake evidence and how it's all fake against Donald Trump. Kash Patel, the person who paid 2 out of 3 of the witnesses for the Joe Biden impeachment. This is the person who paid them. And those witnesses admitted it. They're in jail for it now. But they got paid by Kash Patel, the guy who was talking about the sanctity of law and order at the Trump trial. I do not understand how the Republicans can look at the big picture of this and say, yeah, this is all perfectly logical, and still call themselves patriots, still call themselves America First. Ladies and gentlemen, enough is enough. If there are legitimate charges against Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, Whoopi Goldberg, or Adam Sandler, it doesn't matter. Bring it up. Investigate it. Bring the evidence. Don't put on a 16-month-long impeachment trial at the cost of $2 million a day in taxpayer money, and after 16 months, still not one proven shred of evidence. But they had to start it because it was rolling into an election season, and there's got to be something against Joe Biden if there's a laundry list of reality against Donald Trump. And look at every single step they have taken. When it came to Fani Willis, she was about to jump in. She was about to be put on trial before the election. Everything was lined up. 19 co-conspirators. 9 people flipped state's evidence, provided documents and evidence against Donald J. Trump. So it was rolling forward. Looked like it was going to kick off before the election. What did they do? Launch some bullshit against Fani Willis and an ex-boyfriend. Turned out to be nothing. She was cleared. She said the judge's ruling, the jury's ruling, she was cleared. She can stay on the case as long as the ex-boyfriend goes. So that's what happened. So the case is rolling forward. What did they do now? Came up with more BS. Congress launched an investigation into Fani Willis. Now they're going after Alvin Bragg. Now they're going after Judge Merchan. Do you see a pattern here? So anybody in their right mind who pretends to be America first or pretends to be patriots and pretends that it's important that Joe Biden jump through the hoops because the Republicans say dance now, they need to remember there's 2-3 dozen senators, congresspeople, and Donald Trump himself, and Rudy Giuliani, and Jim Jordan, and most of all of them that have ignored congressional subpoenas left and right for the last 4 years. So don't pretend congressional subpoenas and evidence before the election is important, because obviously it's not. And if you're going to take that stand, you make sure that the people on your side of the aisle had the same opportunity and you force them to take the stand too. Because that's what Americans would do. That's what patriots would do. And if you had any interest whatsoever in evidence, that's what you would insist on doing, because you would be truly America first. That's a fact. That's what we're supposed to do, protecting our country. And I got news for you. If someone I voted for was found to be guilty, I want them out of office too. Because I am an American, I am a patriot, and I want what's best for our country. Wake up, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to have another try at this if we don't get it right this election. Just saying.